Hi everybody, this is video 3 in chapter 2, and in this video we're going to look at some different frameworks for selecting your strategy and design. So these frameworks are just kind of some really general ways to look at strategy, some general directions, I guess you could say. So the first one was created by an economist named Michael Porter, which is a coincidence because my high school English teacher was named Michael Porter. So the first one that he talks about is low cost leadership. And with a low cost leadership, you're focusing on efficiency, obviously low cost. You have very tight controls. You have cheaper prices, and your goal is to have stability, right? So if you think about places like Walmart, they sell cheap products and they sell them in a cheap way, right? Their facilities, their stores are not decorated anything fancy, and their employees are probably not paid anything wonderful. And so it all follows that low cost framework. The next one, developed by Michael Porter, is differentiation. This is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. So you are differentiating yourself from your competitor, not just on cost, but on the features, maybe on the way you deliver the product. So you're going for uniqueness in your focus. So this can be costly. You have more research and development that has to go into this as you're, like I said, developing more features or just developing maybe several different styles of a product. So it involves more risk as it involves more cost. But obviously it is a very, it meets the needs of a certain type of customer, right? Okay, the other economists that developed a framework are Miles and Snow. And they have kind of the same, they look at the same things, but they break it down into 4 categories instead of just the 2. So the first one is the differentiation one they call the prospector. So with the prospector, you're innovative, you take risks, you're seeking opportunities, you're wanting to grow. And then the next one is the defender, and this is the one that's like the low cost leader. So you're reaching for stability, retrenchments. You're trying to keep your current customers, but you're not necessarily gaining, new ones based on new things. You're working for efficiency and control, reliable products. That's the defender, defending what you already have, right? Then they've got the analyzer. So this is kind of a hybrid of the two. So you're maintaining stability, but you're also trying to innovate. So it falls in between the prospector and the defender. And then the last one is the reactor. The reactor is just winging it. So I'm not really sure that counts as a strategy, but I think that probably a lot of organizations follow the just winging it way of going. So those are the 4 developed by Miles and Snow. So just kind of a recap: Michael Porter, low cost leadership and differentiation. Miles and Snow had the prospector, defender, analyzer, and reactor. Okay, so um, it's important to know that there isn't just one best strategy for all situations. You're just choosing one that's the best fit for the current conditions that you're in. Thinking back to our previous video of the competitive analysis that we did. So you want the strategy that best fits the conditions that are your strengths and weaknesses and your external environments, opportunities and threats. So you're going to see things like, you're going to consider things like your resources, your employees, what are their expertises in, and what do you really want your company to ultimately do. Okay. Organization design is a result of many contingencies. So do you remember in chapter 1 we had those contingencies that we talked about: strategy, environment, technology, your size and life cycle, and your culture. Those were those contingency factors from chapter 1. And as you design your organization, those are the things, like, depending on those things, you're going to design it like such and such, right? So lots of different things that design will depend on. Let's see. I think that was where I was going to cut it off for this video. And with the next video, we'll go into a little bit more on effectiveness and efficiency and assessing those things. So we'll see you on that one.